This is Vincent from Ghost Cult Magazine, here with the one, the only, Elias from Nonpoint.
What's up?
Elias.
Yes, sir.
Hate Poison.
Yes.
Night 1.
Yes, Hate Poison.
Tell me about this lineup. You've got a ball of badassery ready to
Yeah. It's a bunch of bands. The Boys in Failure Anthem. Of course, the Boys in Escape Fate. I forgot the last one. It escapes me. We had a very long, what's called in Australia, a very long lunch. Yeah, it was happy hour, so...
Well, you've been touring non-stop. It's your first night for Hate Poison,
yes.
but you've been going for the last week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gone for the last week, and just before that, had a little bit of time off. Got time to do some trick-or-treating with the little one.
Nice.
And my mom. Shout out to my mom. Diana works plan.
Hi, Elias' mom. Nice. So, Poison Red, how's everybody receiving the album from your perception?
It's great. It's a lot of great comments we're getting from a lot of critics are loving it, and I'm getting a lot of positive feedback. The label's loving it, radio's loving it, so it's all good.
Generation Idiot.
Yes.
Badass video.
Thank you.
You've got a lyric video out.
Yes.
For Diablo.
Yes.
Is there going to be a full video for El Diablo coming up?
No, that was just something viral that we were doing because we're giving our overseas and our South American market something to play.
Excellent.
But now we have Divide and Conquer, which we just did the video, part one of that video, which surprisingly enough they wanted to feature just me, and then the next one coming up we're doing the whole band, so it's a cool story, man.
It makes sense. Divide, you break down to one. Conquer.
Yeah.
You can only conquer together as a team and as a pack.
Man, you just
so
well said. He's
cracked the egg.
Yes, he cracked it.
How much of Poison Red can we expect to hear and the show on the road?
4 songs right now.
Okay.
And of the first record, we've been getting a lot of requests. Some weird requests. Really not so weird, just stuff we haven't played in a while, and a lot of more laid back tracks that we haven't played in years. We're breaking out Breathe.
Nice.
Which we haven't played in a decade. So people are really getting excited about it. We're also doing lyric sheets for that one because just in the first couple of nights it got such a great response. We printed up some lyric sheets for it. So we're excited to see where this next tour takes us. We have a big tour coming up in January. We're really excited about taking
It's
us.
just non-stop for you guys.
Yeah, and then hopefully we'll be picking up all those winter tours in the spring. Welcome to Rockville.
Start getting into tour season,
festival
season,
and then we're gonna go overseas for a while, and then come back in the fall and headline.
Nice.
It's gonna be a full year.
It's one of your favorite songs to sing live.
Right now, Last Dying Breath is a really good one. It's the last track off the new record. Again, it's
which if you don't have, go out and buy it right now.
Shame on you.
You could actually get it on Amazon for $5 right now.
Yes.
Poison Red.
Yes. And we also have, if you come out to the show, we have limited edition red double vinyls.
So don't get it on Amazon. Get it on the road.
Yeah.
Come to the show.
You definitely want to
get
go
it
to the
from
show.
the band.
You get 2 double vinyls. They're both solid red. It's beautiful packaging.
That's awesome.
Yeah. People are really excited.
Even if you
about
buy vinyl just for the art,
people are hanging it
it's
up.
Perfect.
Yeah, all of our fans are hanging it up. I'm a really a huge fan of vinyl. I have a my vinyl set grows by the year. So
the resurgence that vinyl is making, it's amazing.
It's the way to listen.
It's amazing. 20 years next year.
Yes.
Will there be any back to the first album front to back tours?
We're talking about doing a statement show in South Florida.
Okay.
Because that's where
a home show, of
yeah,
course.
a home show. We've talked about that. whether or not we do a statement tour, if we do, it's probably going to be select cities. You know, our fan base has grown in our 19 years. Because we've affected people from this album to this album. So, you know, we've really, you know, our fans that do Statement, that have been fans since Statement, have seen To the Pain, but, you know, our fans that found us with To the Pain, a lot of them haven't even gone back. So, and been with us since then. And then when we dropped the self-title, we had a whole new fan base we came across, and then with the Return, we did the Disturbed run, which gave us a whole new fan base.
It just gets bigger and
so
bigger.
yeah, so we're like the little engine that could, I think. You know.
I think it was you that said, "Tell the wheels to fall off."
Absolutely.
So nice.
Apparently they're train wheels.
Also, in that 20 years, if you have one piece of advice for upcoming artists, musicians, people in the industry, what would you pass on from your knowledge?
Know who you are, and then really stick to that. As strong as your heart commands you to, because you know there's a lot to be said about people who find themselves in this industry, and you know, in my lifetime, there's a handful of them. You know, just off the top of my head, recently in the last decade, you know, you have bands like the Deftones, and you have bands like Circa Survive and Dredge, and you know, bands like Radiohead, and you know, bands that really made a definitive fingerprint on the world of music for what they knew that they did best. And finding new ground, there's a lot to be said about that with music. It's always good to be good at the basics, and even, you know, to be compared to the greats. Hey man, those guys sound like a new AC/DC.
Yeah.
You know, that's great, especially when you're being compared to something so great. But
finding your own niche,
there's something,
and having someone go, there is no one like that.
There's something bigger to that, and you know, people like Tool have found it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like there's a lot to finding out whether or not you're an artist, or whether or not you just want to have fun being in a band. And there's joy, happiness, and greatness in both. And I would urge artists to figure out who they are and go after that, you know, 100%. And I think they'll succeed.
Excellent. Find yourself, follow it, chase it, don't ever stop.
Absolutely.
Ghost Cold Mag, it's Elias from Nonpoint.
Thank you.
Hate Poison Tour, see them on the road, get the double vinyl, shake some hands, high fives and everything. Thanks for watching.
Low and theory.